All right, let's start off with our LSU Wildcats report. First of all, the football team gets its first win of the year. It was a 50-15 win over Langston University Saturday, a game that we brought for you on the Wildcats Network and also on our new home of LCU football on the radio in Central Louisiana. That is KSYL. Wildcats getting a combined 249 yards rushing from running backs Dalen Charles and Dalen Cunningham. River Thompson throws 218 yards and 4 touchdowns. But I thought the play that might have really kind of not turned the game around, but really cemented it in the Wildcats' favor was right after halftime. LCU was kicking off because Langston had won the coin toss and deferred, and LCU decided to go all Saints Super Bowl and do the onside kick, which now you really don't get that in the NFL anymore. But they recovered the onside kick. I think it was Brandon Isaac who recovered, and the Wildcats converted that into points, and it was kind of off and running from that point. So what did you guys who were there think of the game overall?
I was there recording, so I was on the field able to kind of watch it up close, and the team looked really good. I definitely think that onside kick shifted momentum a lot. And they just, after that, they just kept racking up points. But running backs looked really well. The rushing game was really fun to watch. Just going up the middle, breaking tackles, and just running to the end zone. But yeah, the team looked really good this week.
Yeah, I thought so too. And really balancing that offense, which we really hadn't seen that much of in the first two games. But Brennan, I know you said the week before as you guys were looking at the film, you saw a lot of plays you left on the field. Was it just the familiarity of getting back into the Sooner Athletic Conference now and kind of that level of play that your team showed a lot of confidence Saturday?
Yes, because I got to give it to credit to the coaches because they prepared us very well for this game. They told us exactly what they were going to come out in, and that's exactly what they came out in. So we just exploited the whole defense as we could, running the ball and passing the ball.
Was the onside kick something that you all knew was going to happen right before the half?
Honestly, I did not know. I was on the sideline, then right before they said we were going to do the onside, and boom, we got it.
I was talking to Sammy Feaster after the game, and he had one of the touchdown catches. River spread it out to 4 different receivers. Unfortunately, you weren't one of them. but he was saying that the wide receiver core is so deep this year compared to last year. As you saw guys like E.J. Scott getting some catches, and I know that you've been working in there as well. So it's got to be fun to be part of such a good group.
Yes, as I said, because our receiving room is very strong. We have about 7-8 receivers deep that can go deep, catch the ball, and score, or just catch a slant and take it all the way. So we're very strong in the receiver room, also in the running back room as well.
I noticed the game was getting a little chippy at times. Were they talking a lot of trash on their side?
Yeah, they seen the scoreboard was getting ugly, so they tried to get a little mad.
Didn't let yourselves get dragged into that, though.
Nah.
So that's a good thing. So now the good thing about a lot of our crew here is these guys help out during game days. Seth, you are on the scoreboard running the graphics.
Yes,
did a
sir.
great job. So what was your vantage point?
From what I've seen from up in the studio, I think they had a pretty good team, and it was a game that Coach Ben McLaughlin should be very proud of.
And he gets his first win. So
yes, sir.
Speaking of, which is great. I noticed there are in the all-time standings there are a handful of coaches that didn't win any game. So he immediately shot up 7 spots. So the all-time leader, I believe, is Dennis Dunn, around 64 wins, somewhere around there. So I could see Ben passing that one day. So we'll see.
I can see where he could double that.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the quarterback records. Might as well get the coaching ones, too.
Might as well get the coaching records. And you know who would be the most happy if he did that? Dennis Dunn. I guarantee it. So, Caleb, you were up in the booth working. You were directing. Is that what you were doing during the game?
No, I was doing the instant replay. So that was a lot of fun. To be able to watch everything happen over and over again. The umpires probably missed a couple of calls that I saw, if I'm being honest. But, yeah, it was pretty neat. About that second half, it was like their defense turned to glass of the team. I was watching players just go straight through the line untouched. It was insane.
Yeah, so it was a good game overall for the Wildcats to get that first win. Next up now, a pretty long trip to Plainview, Texas to face Wayland Baptist. That game will be Saturday at 6 p.m. Brennan, I was looking on the map where Plainview is. Basically, you go to Abilene and go kind of northwest. So just getting to Abilene is a haul. Then you got to go a few more hours after that.
Yeah, so our coach already told us about it, how we have a long trip just like how we did in Miami. So the main thing is just maintain focus like the whole trip and just keep your mind on the right thing.
So you guys will take off, Friday morning probably?
Yes. And they actually changed the game to 4 o'clock, so we're probably leave a little early.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Breaking news. Didn't realize that, but thanks for updating us.
No problem.
That means you'll get home a little sooner at least,
Yeah,
right?
luckily.
Get home at like 5 in the morning instead of 7 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Those all-night bus trips are fun. I've taken a few of those. Actually, not fun at all.
Wait, so Brennan, you think that with the Miami games, or the game that y'all had, do you think you'll be more prepared to go a long trip? And
Yeah,
go
we
far?
should, because that Miami trip was about 16, 17 hours. This is about 9, so like every bus trip now should feel like it shouldn't be nothing.
Wow. All right. Well, good to know the time change, because I would have shown up for the radio broadcast 2 hours late. So we don't want that. We don't want that. So, all right. Women's volleyball continues to do well. The Wildcats were at home last week for a couple of matchups against Texas College. They swept both Friday and Saturday 3-0. Now 4-0 in conference play, 10-6 overall. They have the better part of their conference schedule coming up, but this week they'll take a break from the conference and head down to New Orleans Saturday, taking on William Carey at 1 o'clock and Loyola at 3 o'clock. Seth, I know you were at the Friday games, I believe?
Yes, sir. I was there taking some pictures and filming some of the shots. And from what I've seen, those girls are tough.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, the program just continues to get better and better every year. So,
That's right.
So
One thing to note, I'll say, is like the players from last year especially have been very, very strong. It seems like they only got better. And then there's always been new pickups and stuff like that, but especially the girls from last year, we see them in the getting players of the week over and over and over again. Like that's where the strengths lies, and they're veterans.
Yeah, very well said. So I think it's going to be a really nice season once again, and looking forward to it. Now, our soccer teams had 2 games last week. Both of them on Wednesday played Wiley. The women won 3-0. The men won 4-1. And then Saturday it was the Red River rivalry over at LSU Alexandria. And Adán, you were there.
I was, yeah. I'll say both of those games really felt like a slugfest. It was both a draw for both teams, 0-0 for the girls and 1-1 for the boys. But I will say the girls' game, it ended very almost shockingly. There was almost a goal at the very last second, but the whistle blew before she was able to kick the ball. And it was in the goal. It went in, but because the horn blew, it didn't count. And that was a heartbreaking turn for LSUA, because had they gotten that goal, they would take the cup and take the pride, and they just couldn't, and they didn't, and it was sad. But our girls were able to hold on. I think they were the better team. They maintained control most of that game. It's just the moments like that, and I think the coach. His last game on Wednesday was his first win, which is really big for him, and I could see the confidence coming out on Saturday. I could see that they were playing with some confidence, with some pace, and I think they just lacked a little bit of finishing product. But I think so those things, like finishing product, making sure you're tight in the back and not like letting in something like that at the very end, I think those things can come with time.
Yeah.
It seems like there's a good foundation there. And then for the boys, I'll say it's a lot of the same. They maintained possession for most of the game, but the first goal was an absolute beauty by the captain. It was a free kick, hits it top left. There's nothing that the keeper could do. It was a good play, or a good shot. And from there, it seemed like they had all the momentum until the second goal, which was the goal for LSUA, which left it was bobbling in the air. LSUA was able to hold on possession and then just slot it in. And with that one, I'll say that the momentum really shifted there. At that point, it just became back and forth, a slugfest. They were fighting the whole way through. Every team wanted a piece of it, and it looked dangerous for both sides, but no one was able to really put it away and get the win. So I think both teams are fairly evenly matched, and I think this is a lot is good looking forward for LC. Like like with the girls, it's just a couple of things, and you got it.
Yeah, and they'll get right back at it this week as both the men and women play at home. On Thursday, it's Southwest coming to town, 5 o'clock for the women, 7:30 for the men. On Saturday, Paul Quinn, women at 1, men at 3:30. So getting that home cooking might help a little bit too.
And I'll be casting both of those games.
All right, looking forward to that. So we'll let you guys know more about that as well as the week goes on. Our men's golf team getting their first action of the year. They are in Jacksonville, Texas right now, taking part, I should say, in the Jacksonville, Texas Invitational. It started yesterday and runs through today as well. Hey, tell us about our esports team.
So with Siege, we did surprisingly well. Like, I knew that we had a good team and we could get the job done, but there was a lot of hiccups in our scrimmaging and our practice where we weren't like working with each other. We weren't listening to people that knew what they were doing, stuff like that. We just needed to be able to play as a team rather than do our own things. We got that done during the tournament, and we swept the tournament going 3-0, placing us at number 1 seed for Rainbow Six Siege this year.
Nice.
The only problem with that is one of our players quit, unfortunately, and stepped down from the esports team, which means Adán over here to my left is stepping in, and I'm currently coaching him to become better and be able to get into this team so that we can win this year.
I think you should make him run like the stadium stairs to get in shape.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
I already said we need to do cardio for esports, so we're locked in.
Right. He pushes me.
Okay.
He definitely. And Danny, I'll say he puts the work in for me. So, and on Overwatch, and I appreciate that. So I should do the same for him. I don't play Siege, but I will this time.
Yeah, I have something to admit. I used to pick on the gamers, complain about, it's 30 FPS, and I learned my study of the eye and stuff. The human brain can actually see like upwards, even like jet fighters, they see up to like 8,000 FPS. Like, it's insane. So if you train your brain, you can see things happening that other people are missing.
And this is why we play PC, because we get more frames when we play on PC.
PC versus a Mac?
Or PC versus like controller consoles.
Gotcha.
I'm loyal to consoles, but if I may, from other than games such as Six Siege, Overwatch, Rocket League, or Super Smash Bros., have y'all given any thought about branching out on other games?
We have, actually. Last semester we talked about doing some like tournaments, like just school tournaments for like 2K, stuff like that, because there's a lot of people on campus who play those games, and we want to give them an opportunity to just see who's the best, 2K player in the school, stuff like that.
Yeah. And then we had an Overwatch tournament as well, where we lost both games, unfortunately. I don't know if that put us in last place. I don't know how that works, but the last game, all right, guys. I will say I sold, okay? I sold us the tournament, man, and I'm mad at myself, all right? But low-key, it wasn't 100% my fault. It was the fact that the map is terrible.
We'll blame the game for that one. But I will say, if you watch it and you like it, I don't blame him for it. That's all I'm gonna say. As the captain, I'm not gonna hold it over his head like do better next time. It's just one of those things that happens,
You're not gonna make him run laps or anything?
No, I'll make him run laps, but that's totally different.
Okay. Nah, he doesn't make me run laps. I make him run laps. There's a difference.
So basically, they're the two teams. Each of you is the captain now, and each of you is on the other one's team.
So he's captain of Overwatch, and Josh Folse is the captain of Rainbow Six.
Gotcha.
And this is like his final year doing it, so I'm sure next year I'll be stepping up as captain of Siege Esports.
All right.
Yeah. I just wanted to shout out Cooper Ware. He's one of our players on Overwatch, but he's also a golf player. And this is what he said. He said that he had the low round on the team yesterday in their opening for golf.
Nice.
So I just wanted to shout him out.
So is there like a Wii golf tournament ever?
We can probably make it happen.
Yeah.
Like we can do Pong still if you want that.
Okay.
Right.
I would destroy at some Wii Sports. Oh my goodness.
What sport?
I wouldn't stand a chance.
What sport?
Wouldn't stand a chance. All of them.
Oh, really?
I'm taking you in
Bet.
baseball.
really?
Y'all
Bet.
done.
Baseball. I'm
Dude, he's not good at baseball. He's
No,
trash.
I'm
He's
so
terrible.
good.
He's terrible.
Bring
at
your Wii
baseball.
Remote nunchuck, and we'll
Bring
come
the
on.
nunchuck too? Oh, yeah.
I will destroy you in Wii Sports boxing.
Backyard baseball, Pablo Sanchez.
Dude, no, dude. I love backyard sports. Backyard football. Brett Favre was he's the GOAT.
Sad news with Brett Favre today. Did you see that? He was testifying before Congress, and he admitted that he has Parkinson's disease.
No.
I know, it's very sad.
I know, but I'm sure that comes from all the blows he took to his head.
Right.
How many concussions did he say he had? Was it in the hundreds or the thousands?
I think it was hundreds.
Okay, so yeah,
I feel like he's gone the Gronkowski way, where he's taking so much blows to the head or
Yeah.
any parts of the body.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like mental process. It just kind of just. Let's just say it's slowed down just a little bit.
He's got Parkinson's. It's pretty slow.
yeah, that's tough to hear. So, all right, before we get to our NFL coverage, just want to mention the LSU Tigers got the win this last weekend over UCLA. 34-17 was the final score. Garrett Nussmeier, good game, 32 of 44, 352 yards, 3 touchdowns. Josh Williams, leading rusher, 13 carries, 62 yards and a touchdown. Next game for LSU will be South Alabama, Saturday at 6:45 at home. But injuries continue to hit the defense. They already lost Ash's Jacoby and Guillory for the season to, I believe it was an ACL injury. Maybe it was Achilles, but I know he's out for the year. And now losing Perkins for the rest of the year, Harold Perkins, who is arguably their best defensive player. So he suffered an ACL injury and is out for the rest of the year. So that's tough.
Yeah.
Tough blow.
Jacoby and Guillory could never stay healthy as well when he was there. It's like he kept getting injured.
Yeah.
Fun fact about him though, he's a very good singer. He came. I was with him my freshman year, his senior year. He once came to went around with the singing group. I don't know what they were called, but they came around and he sung with the people for Christmas carols, and it was really cool.
That is cool. He seems like a good guy. I hate that he got hurt. So who knows? Maybe he'll get a medical red shirt and can come back and play one more year. I feel like Perkins, he'll come back from that ACL, but probably will go right to the NFL. So I'm guessing we've probably seen the last down of football he plays at LSU. All right, let's move along. Anything else from the college football world that you guys want to remark about?
I do want to say the defense stepped it up for LSU this week or last week. They had 5 sacks that whole game. I know the first half was a little iffy, but once after halftime they did really well.
They seem to be a better second half defense. So
Yeah,
far this
100%.
year. Maybe just making those adjustments.
I was wondering, did y'all catch the Colorado game?
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
that was crazy. So Baylor was winning by 7 and really should have won that game, but they allowed a last-second touchdown Hail Mary type pass from Shedeur Sanders, and then it goes to overtime, and they lose in overtime. But that was a pretty fun game to watch, especially the ending of it. So
Yep. It was crazy. The play before the Hail Mary, Shedeur actually threw it the first time, but he dropped it.
right,
Then
that's
the
right.
next play it happened.
Yeah, so that was a pretty wild game for sure. I'm looking forward to this college football season the rest of the year. There are going to be a lot of good games. Tennessee this week welcomed USC welcomed Oklahoma to the Southeastern Conference in a pretty rough way. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a little bit of a reckoning for Oklahoma this year.
Yeah.
And also Missouri almost got upset by Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I saw that too. So it's always fun. Every week, you never know what's going to happen in college football. You never know what's going to happen in the NFL these days either. Man, it was kind of wild. As we run down last week's results and our picks, let's start with the Thursday game. The Jets just clobbered the Patriots. Aaron Rodgers looking good. All of us picked the Jets except Caleb. Sorry, Caleb. He'll have the last laugh on us though coming up. I'll tell you why.
Yeah, but it's a sad. It was a sad. I bet it was a sad day in New England.
Yeah, what's so weird is and it frustrates you with fantasy. Is Ramondre Stevenson the week before just went off, and then on Thursday he had nothing. So for those of you like me who had him in your lineup, you're crying tears into your Dr. Pepper. because we can't say what people usually cry tears into.
Crocodile tears.
That's right.
I heard.
Hang on, Caleb.
I heard apparently Dr. Pepper is now the number 2 most popular soda. Like
What's
it
number
overtook
1?
Pepsi. That's what I heard.
Is Coke?
Yeah.
Is Coke still
Yeah,
number
Coke's
1?
Number 1. Of course.
Dr.
I mean,
Pepper's
it's
better.
probably always going to be number 1.
Yeah.
But I think Dr. Pepper got popular because that's all the commercials are for sports now.
Oh, especially for college football.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But after Coke released their Oreo Cokes, what they're calling it?
Oreo Coke?
Yes, sir. I saw it at Walmart.
I know what he's talking
about. It's like the
It
Coke
looks
Zero.
disgusting.
Oh,
My sister had some. She said it was good, but
wow. You know, I
I'm
haven't
curious to try it
I
myself.
haven't drunk a Coke, Dr. Pepper, or any of that in like over a year.
Dang.
So.
What?
way to stay healthy, man. That's
Really?
It spikes my blood sugar.
well.
That makes sense.
I'm at that age now. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So, I once in a while I might have a Coke Zero, but not the same.
Yeah, Coke Zeros are mid to me.
Water the goat.
Very
on
mid.
King.
Very mid. So, all right, we all picked the Browns to be the Giants. We all lost. The Giants won 21-15. The Browns are in utter disarray.
Yeah, and last week I said if the Giants won, I'm getting a buzz cut.
Oh,
It's happening
right.
Thursday.
really?
I'm taking it
You're
to my
taking
barber.
It's happening Thursday,
You've got to
guys.
take video.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Can we post that to the Wildcats media page?
Yeah, you can. Yes.
Yes.
I'm taking
Make
it to
sure
my
you get
barber
the
on
audio of
Thursday.
me saying it too. We need the proof that I said it as
All
well.
right.
We'll clip it together.
I'll do you all one better. Skip the barber. We do it in class.
Bro, I'm not letting him cut my hair. bro.
I wouldn't let anybody close to me with a razor.
Absolutely not. Maybe Mr. Al. He might know how to cut hair.
The only time I cut hair was during the pandemic when you couldn't go to the barber, so I had to cut my own hair. It actually turned out okay, so I didn't do too much damage. But that was a weird time, wasn't it?
It really was.
Yeah.
You could do other things, but you couldn't get your hair cut. So weird. So weird. All right. The Vikings and Texans. A lot of people in this class like the Texans, namely Danny, Adán, Seth, and Brennan. And it was me and Caleb who picked the Vikings to win, which they did 34-7. Do you guys realize that Sam Darnold is actually younger than Joe Burrow? I heard that stat the other day.
really?
Wait,
Yeah.
when did he get drafted?
Darnold got drafted like 3 or 4 years ago. Maybe
Probably
the year-
2020, huh?
Maybe the year before Burrow, I think he got drafted by the Jets, right? He was on the Jets.
I think so.
Yeah. So
Dang.
he's coming into his own all of a
Hey.
sudden.
Shout out Sam Darnold, I guess.
I guess so. So what happened to your Texans, Danny? I thought that was, Danny, every time you pick a new team, they're going to the tank. What is up with that?
The bandwagoner
I
strikes
think-
again.
No, it's not even like I think I just like should quit, bro. Like honestly, I should just watch sports and not have a team because every time, dude, if I put on a Ravens jersey, they're gonna lose like 0-40 next week.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know, guys.
It's a close one. They won't lose. Like they'll get blown out. They'll get
No,
It'll be a
bro.
close
It's just
one.
like I can't be a fan of anything, dude. They just lose.
You'll lose by a toe.
I don't know what to do. Do I retire, guys? Do I just quit school in general and not be here anymore?
Oh no, we
Is
don't want that.
sports not my thing?
See, this will make you a good
Anyways.
sports journalist. You don't have to follow anyone as a fan. Just cover it as a journalist. Then you can bring objective observations.
I can be a bandwagon without saying I'm a bandwagon.
That's
Yes.
it. Just hide your loyalties.
Bet.
Hide your loyalties. All right, the Denver-Tampa game. A lot of us thought that the Buccaneers would probably win this game, but the Broncos showed otherwise. I don't know where that came from, a 26-7 win.
I
and
felt it. I just felt it.
I even signed Baker Mayfield for one of my fantasy teams only to have him suck. So there it is. Those who picked the Broncos were Adán and Caleb. Congratulations to you guys. Good job.
I told you I had no reason for picking them.
You
I just
felt
knew
it in your soul.
I did.
All right. Packers Titans. The only one who picked the Titans was Caleb. Sorry, Caleb. So Colts and Bears. A lot of you guys went Bears. The only people that picked the Colts were me and Danny. So
Yep.
good job, Danny.
Yep.
Yeah, and nice game from Jonathan Taylor as well in that one. How about the Steelers? They're 3-0 after winning the battle of unbeatens over the Chargers 20-10. Those who picked the Steelers were Danny, Adán, Brennan, and me. So sorry to you Chargers pickers there.
Justin Fields looks so good. I know the Bears are so mad.
Yeah. Well, it does say something more, I think, about the Bears than anything else. And what happens when Russell Wilson is deemed healthy?
He said that he'd rather Justin Fields start over him.
Oh, he did say that.
He did say that. Like, he publicly said that.
Oh, good for him. That's gracious of
I
him.
feel like he's just there to kind of teach Justin Fields.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I feel like Wilson probably has maybe a year or two before he retires.
Yeah, I would say so. Okay, the Dolphins are hapless right now. They lost to the Seahawks 24-3. None of us picked the Dolphins, wisely enough.
Yeah.
That team is in utter disarray. As Skylar Thompson even got hurt in that game, and they brought in, was it Boyle, to play quarterback, and he actually looked better than Thompson did, but still not much.
Yeah, I think until they get a quarterback, like a good managing quarterback or anything like that, they're just going to lose.
Yeah, the question will be, will Tua come back once he's eligible to come off the IR? I mean, they clearly need him. The question is, do you risk him having further health issues with his concussion history as well? I think there's only one answer, Danny.
For
the Dolphins.
I think he should retire, right? I think Tua should retire. I don't think he should put his life in danger.
Yeah, I agree.
But what quarterback do you think they should get?
That's what I'm hitting at.
Oh. Dude, there's a couple.
There's only one man who makes sense for the Dolphins.
Only one.
You think Joe Flacco's going to go to the Dolphins?
Get him in. Get him
But
in.
do we think Joe's going to go to Miami? I mean, I'd love it to happen.
Let him retire in Miami. That's where everyone goes to retire.
No.
Or they coax Tom Brady out of the CBS or the Fox booth and onto the field.
You probably do better on the field than in the booth, let's be honest.
Put Tyrod Taylor on the Dolphins. Let him start.
Ugh.
I'm going to be honest with you. I would love for Tom Brady to keep playing until he's 90 years old.
I know.
I don't care if he plays in a Super Bowl in a wheelchair. But I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. Tom Brady, just stay in this.
I feel like Dan Marino would be better than Skylar Thompson at this point, coming out of retirement.
Wait, if he goes
47-yard pass, but behind his back.
Yeah, there you go.
If Tom Brady comes back to the Dolphins, does Gronk come back too? I feel like they're a package deal, right?
It kind of seems that way. Yeah.
You know what? Miami put me at quarterback. Pay me.
There you go. They're in trouble. They have too much talent to be so bad. All right, the Panthers. Yeah, we all picked this game. We all picked the Raiders, and the Raiders laid a huge goose egg as the Panthers won 36-22. And there's only one explanation for it: the legend that is Andy Dalton.
Bro.
Oh, you mean Sheamus?
Andy Dalton's him. I can't lie.
Sheamus. He does look like Sheamus. Oh, gosh. And then Gardner Minshew even got benched. So. The only redeeming thing in this game is I have Jacoby Myers on one of my fantasy teams. He had a nice game. So that's about it. All right. The 49ers just completely blew this game against the Rams, losing 27-24. They missed a field goal late. There's no way they should have lost this game, but they did. And the only people who picked it right were Adán and Caleb. Seems like you guys have the winning combination in a lot of these matchups.
Or the losing one, you know?
Yeah, that's true. It's either you guys have a lot of similar picks. I'm kind of worried. Lions beat the Cardinals 20-13 despite, well, here's another example of where you and Caleb picked the wrong game and everyone else picked the Lions, but your guy Kyler didn't really have the best game.
I mean, he had 200 yards. He threw a pick, but
200 yards in today's NFL is like it's like 50 yards in the 70s.
It's like dropping 30 points in the NBA. It's nothing to sneeze at.
Nothing special anymore. So.
Yeah.
But the Lions really needed that win for sure. All right, the Ravens finally get off the schneid with a 28-25 win over the Cowboys, a game that ended up being much closer in the end than it really was during most of the game. The Cowboys tried to mount the rally for Seth, but they couldn't get it done.
Yeah,
Seth picked the Cowboys.
I don't know what we're
I'm the
doing.
underdog here.
All right, the Chiefs beat the Falcons. We all picked Kansas City. We all held our breath when that pass from Cousins went to Kyle Pitts in the end zone, and thankfully the refs were on our side. My goodness. That's the second week in a row they missed a call that decided the outcome of the game.
Dude, sports refs are so bad nowadays.
I don't know how it happened, though.
I know. I think replay has made them less confident in their abilities.
Probably.
That, and they get like slandered on social media, and they probably don't want that.
I mean, I don't know how much Major League Baseball you watched this year. There are some umpires who are absolutely atrocious.
I think that if you can name a ref by name, then they're probably pretty bad. Like you think, I mean, in every sport, there's refs in basketball who like specifically, I forgot his name, but he's like specifically against Chris Paul
for Scott Foster.
Scott Foster. If you can name a ref by their name and like know what they do, then it's like you're not a good ref. Like you shouldn't be taking the game into your own hands. The game should be in the players' hands.
Yeah, and baseball has several of those. Probably the most infamous in recent years was it Angel Hernandez, who finally retired. I mean, he would just miss every call, and they'd have to go to the replay booth. So, yeah. But anyway, moving on here, the Bills over the Jags, 47-10. Everyone picked the Bills. How many more games before the Jags possibly fire Doug Peterson?
It might be
one more.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
after
all
this
I'm saying.
season, they're probably going to have to look for a new head coach.
I mean, they're just basically wasting the talent of Trevor Lawrence at this point. So, and then last night, the second of two Monday Night Football games, the battle of Heisman Trophy winners from LSU, Jaden Daniels pulls it out 38-33. We all picked the Bengals in this one. The Bengals are in trouble right now. They're 0-3, and all of a sudden Washington is 2-1, leading their division.
Let's go, Washington.
Jaden Daniels has Washington fans giddy.
Very, very much so. He just looks so good.
Yeah, he looked really good last night.
He's playing so confidently for a rookie. Like, he's out there, he just seems to know what he's doing. His offensive coordinator is Cliff Kingsbury, who
that's a great coach.
Yeah, has been a head coach at the collegiate and NFL level, and just a real great offensive mind. So, Seth, you want to say something?
But what about those Eagles, though?
We're getting there. I just want to say
we missed that game, didn't we?
I thought you were
skip it.
I thought you were like kind of coming back to it. Never mind.
I did miss it. Yeah, the Eagles over the Saints, 15-12. The only one who picked the Eagles was Danny.
Yes, sir. I
So-
told y'all it's either going to be hit or miss.
Yeah. And the Saints really should have won that game, but I knew when they got the late touchdown and they missed the 2-point conversion. They were only up by 5. I'm like,
And the pick at the very end, it's just sad.
But those first two quarters were really boring.
It was very boring. 3 points in the first half was just like,
Yep.
Especially when the offense for the Saints looks so good.
I know.
And for me, it's a win. It was a win or lose situation because on one hand, if the Saints win, I win the pick, but I lose the Eagles. But on the other hand, the Eagles could win. My favorite team could win, but I lose the pick.
I feel like you'd much rather just the Eagles to win. I mean, I do care about my picks, but I'm not sad about the Washington beating the Bengals or losing to the or beating the Bengals.
Right.
I'm not sad about that.
Right. And plus, everyone picked it wrong, so you didn't lose anything in the process.
Right.
Okay, so let us update you. Well, as far as the Week 3 picks went, the best pickers were me and Danny. We were both 10-6, 9-7 for Adán, 7-9 for Caleb, 8-8 for Brennan, and Seth, you had a tough week, 6-10.
Yes, sir.
So where that leaves things now for the season, still with the best record is Caleb, 19-13. Although I haven't factored Week 1 into it just yet. I need to go back and figure out what that was. But after 2 weeks, Caleb in the lead at 19-13. Adán and I are both at 18-14. It's, let's see, Danny at 16-16, Brennan at 15-17, and Seth at 14-18.
All I can say is, Caleb, what's your secret? How do you do it? Give me some of your luck.
What is your secret?
I don't know.
I think that's exactly it, though. He just doesn't know. He's just going in there with no thoughts.
It's like you just throw a dart at it. Like,
It's
Well,
working.
listen.
It is working. So now we come to the point of the show where we look at this week's games and make our determinations of who we think will win in Week 4 of the National Football League schedule, starting with a Thursday night matchup between, how about them Cowboys, and the suddenly surging New York Giants. So, how do we pick this game?
I don't think Malik Neighbors can take down all of Dallas, so I'm gonna have to go with the Cowboys.
Okay.
He is the GOAT, but I think I have to agree. I think Dallas will figure it out. They always like seem good at first, but this year they didn't seem good. So I'm thinking there's got to be some kind of balance here. So I'm gonna go with Dallas.
Oh man, I don't know. It's either. Well, I mean, I do have CeeDee Lamb on my team, but I came this close earlier to signing Daniel Jones, but thankfully my friend Danny talked me out of it. So, but other than that, I still gotta go Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors, he's having a great season right now, but I got to go with Dallas. He can't win it himself.
Caleb, Dallas or the Giants?
Well, everything's bigger in Texas, so they should be used to fighting some giants. So I'm going Dallas.
I kind of like that was like a rap bar. I kind of like that one.
I don't know how to pick this game. my instinct says to go Cowboys, but my instincts have been wrong most of this year, so I'm going to be the difference. I'm going to be the outlier and go with the New York Football Giants.
Wow.
I want to make a bet on that one. This feels like one that it's like, if the Giants win, I like shave my head like Danny, but I don't think I have I don't have the.
You would look ugly. Don't do it.
This is what friends are for. This is what friends are for. Thank you, Danny, for not letting me throw my life away.
There you go. He's got your back.
You have a whole
you.
girlfriend already. I don't think you want to like.
We can make you like just shave your little goatee.
You know what? Deal.
Okay.
Deal.
All
Deal.
right.
I'll shave my goatee if
Okay.
the Giants win.
Bengals Panthers. Will this be the come-uppance game for one Andy Dalton, who used to lead that Bengals franchise, but was cast away like an old shoe, and now is living his dream as a Panther?
This is honestly like a hard. I don't know. I feel like the Bengals should win. Are they going to? I don't know, because like the NFL is just unpredictable and teams just don't play how they should. Do I want to do it? Nah, I'm gonna go Bengals. I won't go Panthers.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do it.
I'm feeling the same way. I don't know. I like Andy Dalton. I just think he's fun, but I think they're 0-3. They have to get one, and I need Mike Evans to do good this week. So I'll go.
Mike
Bengals.
Evans isn't on none of those teams.
Wrong player. Darn it! I keep doing that No, it's Jamar Chase. My fault. Jamar Chase. I was reading the wrong person. My bad.
Yeah, I gotta side with these two. I mean, the Panthers, they're okay, but I'm still loyal to Joe Burrow, so I gotta go Bengals.
Yeah, I feel like this is a must-win game for Bengals if they just want to even get in the playoff picture. So they got to win this game. So I'm going to go with the Bengals.
Caleb, do you go with a Bengal or do you go with a Panther?
Well, it sounds like a cat fight, and cat fights are always
Dude, I
ugly.
was about to say that.
But I really like Black Panther.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. So I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
That's a great pick.
I'm going Carolina too.
I mean, it's a valid pick. I mean, I think they look good with Andy Dalton leading that team.
Andy Dalton never freezes.
This got to be said though. If they do, the Bengals lose this, I think their playoff hopes are done.
Yeah, I think they're done.
That's it.
It'll be tough, no doubt. All right, this is a tough game to pick too. The Saints at the Falcons.
This is going to be a good game. But I think I'm going to go with the Saints on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with it just because I really like what their team was in week 2, week 1, and I think that the Eagles are just really good. So I think that'll be it's just a tough game to happen. I think they're gonna get back at it this next week. So Saints.
I don't care if the Saints lose to the Falcons 35-6. I'll never root for Kirk Cousins. Saints.
All right. Strong take.
I feel like this game is definitely going to go down to the wire. So, but if Kirk Cousins has the ball last, I'm going with Kirk Cousins. I'm going with the Falcons.
All right. Caleb?
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go with the Saints because I've been Saints for a long time.
Okay. I'm going to go ATL. I think the Saints now are dealing with injuries again, and losing their center McCoy for several weeks is going to really hurt them. It seemed to hurt them on Sunday. So, all right, the Jaguars are at the Texans. Is there even any need to pick this game?
No, I think y'all already know who I'm picking. Texans.
Yeah.
Does anyone?
Texans.
Let me make it easy. Would anybody not pick the Texans? Is there any reason, Caleb, you would not pick the Texans and go with the Jaguars?
Texan would shoot a Jaguar.
It's true. A Texan would shoot a Jaguar. Yeah, you're right.
All right. Another interesting matchup. The Broncos again on the road. This time they take on the Jets. The Jets. Jets.
Uncle Aaron's got this game.
Yeah. I'm with Seth. Uncle Aaron got this one. I'm gonna go Jets.
I'm not feeling it this time for the Broncos. I'm gonna go with the Jets as well.
All right.
Yeah, I'm too also with the Jets.
Caleb, Broncos or Jets?
A Jet would beat a Bronco in a race.
That's true. We're all picking the Jets, so that means the Broncos will win. The Vikings and Packers. This is going to be one of the best games of the week. You got the undefeated Vikings and the Packers at 2-1. The question will be, will the Packers be able to get Jordan Love healthy to play in this game, or will Malik Willis, who's 2-0, have a chance to win this game?
Yeah, the Packers honestly look really good, even with Jordan Love out. Like, that team's honestly really impressive. But the Vikings are on this run that I don't know if the Packers are the team to stop it, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the Vikings.
Yeah, I agree. I just think they look so strong, and I think every part of that team kind of looks strong. Like, they're very, very balanced, both sides of the ball. So I'm also going to pick the Vikings.
I gotta side with my old team. Jordan Love is pretty decent of a quarterback. He's almost as good as A-Rod. So
All right, no.
Packers.
No. Take him out. No, take him out the booth, because he just said that Jordan Love is almost at Aaron Rodgers level. Please take him out the booth. I'm finna get mad myself. No, sir.
I think I'm going to go with the Vikings, and I'm looking forward to Jair Alexander and Justin Jefferson, because they do not like each other.
Yeah, that it will.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that
That will
rivalry.
be a fun matchup. All right, Caleb.
Vikings just sounds scarier. Oh no, the Packers. Oh.
The Thor team.
Not intimidating.
Which franchise has more Super Bowl rings? Which franchise even has a Super Bowl ring?
The Ravens have one.
Hey, I have a little research. The Packers won the first Super Bowl.
First two.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first two. They won the first, and they'll win the last.
And before that, they were winning NFL championships. So, under Vince Lombardi. I'm going Packers. I can't not back the Pack.
For the culture.
Steelers and Colts. This is a good game. 3-0 Steelers. Colts at 2-1. Will we continue to see the strong play coming from Justin Fields?
Yeah, Justin Fields looks great in the Steelers offense. Like, that scheme, he just fits there, and that their defense, like the Steelers defense, is sneaky good. They I'm pretty sure they're ranked top 5 defenses for, like, fantasy wise. So they look really good this year. I think I'm gonna go Steelers.
I think Steelers are, to me, similar than the Vikings, except more strong on the defensive side. So I'm going to go with the Steelers as well. I think the Colts are good. I like them. I like their team, but I think the Steelers are going to be better just because of how strong they've come out.
I think the Colts have shown themselves to be quite a challenge for Pittsburgh, but, I mean, what are they, 3-0 now?
Pittsburgh is, yeah.
Could this be the second? Could Terry Bradshaw?
What?
Could this be the second coming of Terry Bradshaw?
Now he's
sick of
comparing
this,
Justin
bro.
Fields to Terry Bradshaw.
Like, I actually might get mad enough to walk out.
Legend. He was a legend.
I don't think Justin Fields is that legend.
Bro, this is what I'm talking. Like, you're
don't know.
comparing people
I
to,
don't
like, literal legends.
Hey, man, I'm an optimist.
Well, hey,
Okay,
there's-
but
That's not
there are people who
optimism. That's
actually think-
disrespect.
There are people who actually think LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. So,
There are
Because
people who are
statistically,
That
it's
is
right.
me.
so wait, did you pick
Sprite
Pittsburgh?
cream. I'm going Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't give me statistically. Give me rings.
Bro, okay, if we're talking rings, then isn't
Give me if you had
Rob
one.
Horde
If
then.
you had a one-on-one matchup, the winner saves your life. You taking Jordan or LeBron?
Yeah, okay.
I'm taking LeBron.
I'm taking Jordan. I'm taking
Way.
Jordan. In a one-on-one, I'm taking Jordan. But if you look at career for career, like if you ask any hooper,
Please.
I've done this. You ask any hooper with like take away the names, you give them like what they accomplished. You take LeBron.
Yeah.
Nope.
But I'm gonna go with the Steelers. They look very strong on defense, and Justin Jefferson does look really good in that offense. And AR-15, Anthony Richardson, he's been struggling the last 2 games, and he came out week 1 with a great game. But the last 2 games, he gonna struggle. He been struggling, and TJ Watt is definitely gonna make him struggle.
All right. Caleb, you like the Steelers or do you like the Colts?
Horses step on steel with every step. I'm going Colts.
Horseshoes are made of steel. I like it.
But steel is unbreakable.
Sentimentally, I'd like to go the Colts because of Jonathan Taylor. He's one of my favorite players. But until Steelers lose, I'm not going to pick against them. So I'm going to go with them as well. Rams and Bears. Now, this is a game where you would think the Rams would be maybe the favored, but I feel like this could be the game that Chicago changes the narrative.
I could see that. Like the Bears have been putting up points. It's not like they're not scoring or anything. Just the other team scoring more than them. And the Rams have been iffy because of injuries again. I don't like this game's kind of a struggle for me to pick. I don't know really what to pick, but I do think what you said was right. I do kind of want to. I'm gonna pick the Bears this week.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go with the Rams. I feel like they're just probably just the stronger team, and I've never, as long as I've been around or with like, because my grandpa's a Bears fan, he's never been happy with his team. So I don't think I think they're still not good enough.
Okay.
I don't know. Every week I've been picking the Bears to win, and they've always brought me bad luck. And right now I'm thinking, like what Mr. Al said, I'm thinking rings. So I'm gonna say the Rams this week.
I'm gonna say Rams because I've been watching the Bears and they don't have any run game at all. And until they get a run game and just balance out the offense, I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Caleb.
Well, if a ram headbutted a bear, I feel like he'd knock out. But like rams also, they hurt themselves when they headbutt stuff. So it's a tough call. But I guess I'll go Rams because the ram will recover probably.
Okay. Well, since I was saying I have a feeling about the Bears, I'll go with them because I don't want to leave Danny out there by himself. All right. Eagles and Bucks.
This is another hard matchup.
It is.
I think this week has a lot of good games. Dude, the Bucks only dropped 7 points against the Vikings. And the Eagles, we thought they were going to be a strong team. They're really not. Like, they're playing really bad for the team that they are, for all the firepower that they have offensively. They're not playing how they should. I think I'm gonna go Bucks. I'm gonna go Bucks on this one.
I think if the Eagles can clean up a lot of their turnovers, they'll be a lot better, especially against the Bucks. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the Bucks here as well.
Wow.
I like their quarterback. So.
All right.
This is the biggest decision I've ever had to make ever. I can't. As it hurts for Mayfield. I want to say I'm for whoever wins, but as an Eagles fanboy, I'm gonna say Eagles.
Okay.
I want to go Eagles, but I'm not sure if A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith is back yet,
Right.
especially with the hit that Devontae Smith took.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the Bucks just off injuries.
Okay. Caleb, do you go with the Pirate? By the way, we missed out on Talk Like a Pirate Day. It was Sunday, I think. So do you go with a Pirate or do you go with an Eagle?
I don't know. I guess I'll go Pirates because I like Pirates. But then again, Pirates are evil. They're bad. They're bad. But like an eagle, eagles sound funny. You ever heard an eagle? They go, ooh.
I don't think that's what an eagle sounds
go-
like.
But eagles represent America.
That's not what
pirate
an
goes,
eagle sounds like.
You know.
Eagles sound like.
If you heard one coming, who would you be more afraid of? The eagle or the
You see,
pirate?
an eagle, I would like pull up my camera and be like, "Ooh, an eagle." But a pirate, I'd be like, "I should probably get out of here."
Buccaneer.
Oh my goodness. How do I even recover from that?
Wait, so what'd you pick? You picked the.
I'm gonna go Philly on that one.
And if I may, if a pirate ever pierced his ears, it would cost him a buccaneer.
So this is the part where we all walk out.
Yeah.
Tough crowd tonight, guys.
Yes. Patriots 49ers.
Every time I pick the Niners, they just like lose, like horribly, and it's kind of making me sad. I don't even know if Debo's coming back this week. I have him on my fantasy team, dude. My whole bench is injured. I feel like I have to go the Niners though. I feel like the Patriots. I don't know. I just don't think they can win against the Niners. I'm gonna go 49ers.
I also heard that Brock Purdy is questionable, so I'm not sure either.
Who's their backup at this point?
I don't know.
Because it was Sam Darnold, but now he's on Minnesota.
The Patriots are so they're so pathetic.
Yeah.
They're really not. Like, I mean, I know they didn't score that much against the Jets, but for the team that they are and having a new head coach, they're honestly playing decent.
I just don't believe in the 49ers, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Pats on this one.
Real quick, I want to go back to what Danny said. Danny, it's the Patriots. You know they're going to lose.
Bro, they were...
And if Brock Purdy is questionable, we still at least have George Kittle. But I'm not going to the Patriots. I don't like Drake Mayer still. I'm going 49ers.
All right. Brennan?
I'm going to go with the 49ers just off the defense going to have to win this game.
Yep.
Patriots and 49ers both like money, so somebody flip a coin.
I don't have a coin.
I don't have
Coin?
We don't have a...
Oh, wait,
I have a coin.
I do have a coin.
Somebody's got it on an app, probably. There's an app for that, ain't there?
Well, yeah, but I feel like that's not even real. Like, that's not real money then.
Okay.
Dollar.
Wait, I do have
You
a
We have a coin.
Okay,
We
I
have a
have
coin.
in my head which one's which. Which one is it?
It's tails.
It's tails? Okay, I'm going 49ers.
All right.
As I will. Washington and the Cardinals. This is a pretty good matchup all of a sudden. Washington coming off their big Monday night win. The Cardinals coming off a loss, but this could be a pretty good game.
Yeah, and I feel like if Kyler Murray plays to his best, this might be like a 600, yard game for both quarterbacks. But I do believe in Jaden Daniels. He's looked really good. Rather than Kyler Murray's kind of been off and on. I think Jaden Daniels has just been doing good week after week, and I think I'm going to go Commanders.
Okay.
This one's really hard for me. I want to go with the Cardinals, but I just have that I just have the feeling like Danny, like Jaden Daniels. I think he's just gonna be the difference here, and I think I'm gonna go with Washington.
Okay.
I'm going to say Washington because I think both Jaden Daniels and Trent Williams had a good game that last night. So I'm going to go Washington.
Yeah, I'm with Washington.
Caleb? Commander or Cardinal?
So fall just started. I think that was Sunday, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I think of a bird for fall, I think Cardinals. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
God, this is gonna be the one he gets right too. Dang it.
Valid.
I'm actually going with the Cardinals too, based on the principle that usually the team that wins on Monday night loses on Sunday. All right, Chiefs and Chargers. This is not maybe as easy a game as you'd think for the Chiefs, depending on the health of Justin Herbert, but this could be a pretty good game.
Yeah, but, Chiefs it's Chiefs and refs versus the NFL, so I'm going to go Chiefs.
Okay.
It's impossible to win a 13-11. I mean, you have the players, you have the refs, and you have Taylor Swift for the Chiefs. Like, it's just over with.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Chiefs because when you compare a team with Chargers and Chiefs, you know who's gonna win. Come on, guys.
I'm with Kansas City refs.
Okay. Caleb?
Well, you see, they didn't have electricity back when the Chiefs, back in the olden days. So I'm going to go with the Chargers. I had to stretch that one, okay? I'm trying to think of something.
Bro.
If he gets this pick.
It's a shocking pick.
Brunts.
I'm going to go with the Chargers in an upset. Okay, Browns and Raiders.
Golly. Can we just they should just both go home. They both forfeit.
Yeah.
Golly.
Bro. Do we think Gardner Minshew's still going to be benched?
I don't know. Does it really matter?
I mean, I don't think so. I'm.
What's the name of your starting quarterback? It doesn't matter what the name of your starting quarterback is.
What am I doing?
I'll go Browns.
I'll also go. Dude, this is so weird. Maybe because the Browns aren't a good team that the Raiders will lose. The Raiders only beat good teams. And the Ravens. So I think I think the Browns got it.
These picks this week are really hard for me, but I gotta go Browns because I've been rooting for them for the past few weeks. I've got little hope for the Browns.
Okay.
Yeah, I rooted for the Raiders last week, and they disappointed me, so I'm going to the Browns.
Okay, Caleb. A Brown or a Raider?
You already know his answer, bro.
See, both these names are confusing. One's a color, and the other one is a Raider. What are they rating?
Las Vegas?
Does anybody know why they named themselves that? They're rating something?
People's homes.
So, yeah, at least I know what brown is. I know it's a color, so I'm with the Browns.
Okay. Hang on here. I got to cue this up.
Oh.
The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun.
See, there we go.
Wait,
the autumn wind is a Raider.
That-
Because of that, I can only make one choice. The Raiders.
Dude,
That confused me more.
Yeah,
I am
was
more
so. I'm
confused
not.
now.
Was that just a Raiders promo, or is that for a certain player?
What is that from?
That
The
was-
70s, 80s?
That was from 1970s NFL films.
Oh.
You guys missed that whole experience.
The Washington film was so good.
The Washington film.
Yeah.
And I just realized I have to root for the Browns because their defensive lineman is on my fantasy team.
Have to?
As media production, I appreciate how good that was. I think I'll change my pick. I'll change it to the Raiders. I think I'll change it to the Raiders.
Okay.
Media production wins out.
Okay, we have 3 games left, and I know we're running out of time here for the class. So, Bills and Ravens. That's actually a pretty interesting game.
The Bills are gonna win, but I can't go against the Ravens. I'm going Ravens.
Okay.
Anytime Danny goes for the Ravens, you got to pick the other team.
Facts.
I'm always gonna go for the Ravens. It's my team.
Yes, you will.
Golly, they just look so good. Golly, I feel like it. Man, they look so good. I'm just gonna go with the Bills because they just, man.
Okay.
Sorry, Danny. Josh Allen is peak, bro.
I don't care,
I'm sticking with the Bills.
Okay.
You know what? If the Ravens win, I'm uppercutting you. Deal?
I'm with Danny. I'm not going against the Ravens. Lamar over Josh Allen. Ravens.
I like that.
I want to pick them, but I just can't.
Okay, I'm just going to rapid fire these based off of which name I think is cooler, so I'm going with the Ravens.
W.
I'm going to go with the Ravens, too. So, okay. 2 more
I hate
games
being the
left.
minority, man.
2 Monday night games. Titans-Dolphins. Another junk game.
Dolphins. Both teams suck anyway, but I just have to pick one.
Titans. Let's just be they're different.
This is a game that I wish they could both lose, but I got to pick one, so I'm going to just eeny, meeny, miny, moe it and just say the Titans.
Titans.
Okay, Caleb, you go with the fish or do you go with the Titan?
Titans.
The team
Dolphins
Titans.
aren't a fish.
They're marsupials.
They're mammal.
Not marsupials.
They're mammal.
Are they not marsupial? What is a marsupial?
Marsupial has a pouch.
Yeah, it's like a kangaroo.
Yeah,
Oh.
and a koala.
I'm going to go
My
Dolphins.
fault.
I'm going to go Miami.
Did you know a possum is America's only marsupial?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, opossum.
And they're always dead on the road.
Has anyone in here ever eaten an opossum?
Not personally.
I have.
I knew it. I knew it.
I've also eaten beaver, so,
What they be feeding people in Houghton? Goodness.
Oh, it's not a Houghton thing, bro.
Okay.
Beaver tastes like deer meat, just saying.
Okay. Deer meat's good,
Have
though.
you ever had a nutria?
I have.
Goodness.
Raccoon?
No, I haven't.
Squirrel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Squirrel's pretty good. Squirrel's good.
Okay, our last game. The Seahawks and Lions. This is like the opposite of Titans Dolphins. This one's a tough game to pick. 3-0 against 2-1. And it's in Detroit or wherever they play.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go Lions on this one. The team looks good. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with you on that one. Yeah, they just look really good. Very strong.
I'm going to pull a Caleb and say this. A lion could eat a hawk.
A lion couldn't reach a hawk. How would he get up there?
He just sneak up on and just pounce on it. So, and also I like Jared Goff, so I'm going to say Detroit.
I don't like Jared Goff. Man.
I'll go with Detroit.
Caleb?
Well, I would pull Seth, but I'd probably be wrong. So I'm
Valid.
gonna go because I like Chronicles of Narnia. I'm gonna go Lions.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I'm going to go Lions. Monday night at home, they're going to win. So, all right, that wraps up our picks and wraps up our show for today. We got to get Brennan off to practice today, so we don't want him to be late and have Coach McLaughlin make him run laps like we're going to have Danny do with Adán.
Bro, we're both running laps.
We're running laps together.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Get ready.
You'll join us to running laps.
Get
Awesome.
ready for that training. All right, everyone. We always have a lot of fun. Hope you enjoy it as well. That is our Wildcats Media Sports podcast for this week. We'll do it again. Same bat time, same bat channel next week. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.